Howdy folks, it's a Tall Turtle here and welcome back to X-Plane 11. Today we're going to do a quick little, well it's actually not even that quick, we're going to do a cute little flight in the default Cirrus. We flew this a long time ago when we flew around Lake Superior, but back then the plane was barely functioning. It was like the bare minimum, nothing really worked, everything was fake inside, pretend, couldn't click on anything. But now, and I guess it's been a couple months, but now the Cirrus is much more improved. I think there are actually going to be even more improvements to it, and I'm hoping eventually this becomes a super underrated aircraft like the default Cessna. It's very underrated. I'm hoping this is underrated sometime too. Of course I like Cirrus because its headquarters is in Duluth, Minnesota, or used to be. I should look that up before I speak about it. It used to be for sure. And that limo just went through the building. Anyway, so cute little flight. Where are we? We're in Poland, but as always, you can check the description below for the details of where we are. And I just want to throw a little thank you to those of you who are watching the Minecraft videos that I have been making. There will be quite a few of them at first as I get settled into that game and get things set up, and then we'll start to have a more equal distribution of flight sim, racing, and Minecraft. So hopefully you check out those videos. If you haven't already, check out the Minecraft videos. Similar style to the airplane videos, even though the content is completely different. Style is the same. So that being said, let's see. We're in Poland. Real world weather is turned on. Look at that. European autogen. Looks gorgeous. I'm not even going to try to pronounce airports we're at, other than we're at Echo Papa Whiskey Romeo, and we're going to fly about 140 nautical miles to the southeast to Echo Papa Kilo. Do the best we can. Default Cirrus Vision SF50, right? Yes. Okay, so we're inside. First thing we need to do, I don't have a checklist yet. I will write one once I settle in on how I'm going to fly this. This is kind of like a first look in some ways of this aircraft. I have a preset outside so we can shut this door, then we come inside and watch it shut. And if you want to see what this thing looks like, there's that extra seat in the middle. I forgot about that. So it's a 5-seater in back, 7 including pilot, and I'm pretty sure it's a one-person aircraft, so you can have a buddy sit there as long as they don't touch anything. Let's do some weight and fuel. Again, do this all checklist, so bear with me. We're not going to fly for 2 hours, but let's keep it near that. 7:07 local time. We're taking off at about 7:15, I think. All right, what are we doing? We're going to come up here, and without a checklist, let's try to use common sense. Battery, generator. Let's do strobe. We're about to start the engines. This is anti-ice, right? Yeah, fresh air. Master oxygen. Windshield, don't need to worry about that. We'll do probe heat in a moment. Nothing up here except the caps, which is the parachute system, which I think works or is supposed to work or will work or something. The thing moves and then the airplane shakes. Oh, there's a door there. Another one. That one doesn't work, does it? No. Oh, that's emergency exit. Okay. Otherwise, nothing else up there. So that should be it. Fuel is on auto already. Let's just try to start the engine, right? I actually don't have a preset to start the engine. I have a preset for everything else. What should this one be? I have an 8, so let's make this one 9. Remember, you can do 20 presets now, ever since X-Plane 11 point something. 20 presets. I have a video on how to do that. What else do we need? Temperature, don't care about that right now. It doesn't even work anyway. I don't know what this stuff does. Doesn't do anything anyway. That works. Weight and balance doesn't show anything. See, this is stuff that doesn't work now, but it should at some point. Brakes on. Just screwing around here, cabin light. Okay. Okie dokie. I think we can start the engine then, right? Let me turn on my personal volume. And we just click. And are they going to run? I did a little test the other day to make sure I could start it, and they started and stalled, and then I got them to start, and I don't know what he did. So hopefully they stay running, or it stays running. Looks like it's going to. Very nice. I'm looking over here if you're wondering. Nope, see, then it goes back down. Okay, so this happened before. What did I do to start this airplane? I did something, and because I flew around a little bit, it was awesome. What did I do? Let's turn the generators off until it runs. Okay, it's running now. I had to actually do the fuel lever on my yoke, even though fuel is on down here. So apparently there's a fuel thing in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. But doing it on my yoke kept it running. So I don't know. There's a lever somewhere. Alright, let me get the other battery back on, get the generators on, get the strobe light on, which should have already been on. Oxygen, bleed, pitot heat for right now. Let's get some anti-ice on. High and max, windshield. Let's just go on. Anything else I'm missing down there? No. Instrument panel. Looking good. Whoops. Ah! My mouse ran out. Dome lights. Okay, I think we're good. So, that's it. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. We're taxiing. Oh, we gotta get weather. Oh my gosh. See, without a checklist, I get all messed up. Let's see. Let's get the weather on the airport here. Well, we're using that runway, obviously, because he is. What do we got? 2994 for barometer. Oh boy, can I get the barometer? 2994. I guess I don't have to pop that in and out. I could have done it here, right? 2994. We're gonna use runway 29. 14 knots, huh? That's a lot of wind. So we're going to fly out, immediately turn around, and fly 104 nautical miles over here somewhere. This G1000 thing, I apologize. Every single time I fly a plane, I have to relearn how to use it because it's been so long in between using it that I'm constantly forgetting how. It's very simple. I just can't remember. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in the... Well, you know what? I'm going to see if I was going to get in the air, do autopilot, and then put in my destination in here. But when I tried autopilot in my little test, it didn't work. The plane went completely 90-degree bank and went in circles. So we might not be able to use autopilot. So let's see. How do we do anything on this? Oh, brother. Okay, let's do flight plan. There we go. Let's do menu. And let's delete... Oh, no. Do we go down? How do we navigate this thing? There we go. Delete flight plan. Nope. Go down like this. Delete flight plan. And now push in. And then we can go like this. And then we can go echo. No, echo like that. Papa. I can't believe I'm figuring this out. I guess it's not that hard. Kilo, kilo? Yep. Kilo. And kilo. Like that. There. Hit enter. Enter. Go up here. And go direct. Activate direct. Flight plan. And then range plus. There we go. Can we see where we're going? It is really far away. Look at those pretty mountains. Well, that's going to move it now. I don't want to move it. There it is. Come on. Come on, I saw you. There we go. No. Now you push it like that, and then we should be able to zoom in, right? That one does range. Okay, there. We'll just push it and have the whole whatever. Whatever. We just want to stay on that purple line. I don't know anything about the elevation of the airport or anything. It's just going to be a quick, easy flight there, but it's not that easy. I don't know anything about elevation. We'll try to do an approach, I guess, once we're there and get the weather. If we just have to, like, fly completely manually and visually, and we will, but whatever. Autopilot. We'll worry about autopilot in the air if it's even going to work. Because autopilot, I believe, is down here. Yeah. Approach, heading nav, sync heading bug. We'll figure it out. It's like a first look video. Alrighty, so we're gonna get going here. It's been a long introduction. I'm suddenly got very quiet. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Let's take off parking brake. And let's turn around. And how do we get to that runway? Let's pull up the map and zoom in since we don't know where we are. Okay, we want to turn to the right, and there's going to be a runway at the end of that, I guess, according to the map. So let's get over there. Alright, let's get our nav light on. Let's get our landing lights on. I think everything is good there. Again, I'll have an actual checklist soon. Oh, flaps. Let's see, there's a flap thing, right? It said like something flaps and something flaps. I don't know what that said. But let's get ready to go here. And it's either really windy or my rudders are weird. I think it's probably just windy. But the animation only the, oh no, they're both moving. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go right here and stop a second. Just like this. I wanted to check something out. Well, first of all, we're going to go down here. We're going to hit the heading bug sync thing. And then what does that say? 190 knots, 190 knots, 150 knots. Well, that's good to know. Alright, parking brake is off. And let's get out of town. Let's see how this goes. I feel like I should have my face up a little bit like this. But then I can't see what I'm doing. So maybe we'll go like that. Then we'll just come down. Okay, I guess I can take off now. There we go. Gear coming up. Flaps coming up. Yeah, that works. Yep. Okay. Where are we going? We're turning around. We're going to stay on the purple line. Basically, that's it. And for some reason, our autopilot is set to 2,000 feet. So I'm just purely using my gauges right now. We will come outside and look in a moment. But I just want to hand fly for a little bit. This thing is really fun. Yeah, I know we're above our autopilot's at altitude. I guess we should look out the window before everything goes away, huh? Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. Nope, it wants to go to the right. We're not ready to go to the right. We gotta stay on that purple line. This line right here, that's what I'm talking about. Using that as my gauge. So basically we're gonna go right into the flight path. Actually, then again, let's say the approach path, but no, we're really high up. Almost 4,000 feet up in the clouds. Look at that. Smooth as silk. Alright. Let's level off here. Or not level off, let's straighten out here. And then once the purple line crosses the middle, we'll head towards the 113 degrees, I guess. You can also see it on the far left here. A little picture-in-picture. And above the clouds we go. Again, real world weather. I guess we should probably look outside before we get into the clouds. But we gotta line up with our line now. Still hand flying. This is so fun. This is actually, honestly, one more fun than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's stay like this so we can sightsee while we gradually get towards that line. Are we already in the clouds? No, we're okay. Really steep ascent. Oh, yeah, we're in the clouds. There we go. See something there. Let's take a screenshot of that. That's gorgeous. Let's try to level off. Flying from the outside is so difficult. It's so hard to fly from the outside of the plane. But look at that. That's so gorgeous. Trim down a little bit. Alright, let's hop inside. This is getting to be kind of difficult to fly here by hand. I just want to look at the scenery. That is just ridiculously awesome. Yeah, let's see what's going on. I don't know what the best climb rate is or anything. Oh, time to turn towards our purple line. I'm just doing this like a quick little look at it just to see how it is now that the stuff inside is actually functioning, because if you remember before, it wasn't functioning. Wasn't a plane to take very seriously, but today we are. And look at that. That's why we do Flight Simulator. Wow, my frame rates are like 100 something too. That's awesome. All right, still trying to chase that little line. So now Let's see if we can get this autopilot to work. Autopilot. No, okay, autopilot. Flight director. How do I know if this stuff is on? Let's do nav. Let's see if that lines us up with the purple line or if it goes kittywampus on us. Okay, look like it's gonna work. Nice. Because for my test I used the heading bug and it did not work. Okay, it's gonna turn us back. It's working. Nice. Okay, so alt select. It says 2000 up here. Let's see what happens. Nice. Okay, what do we want? We're at, we have a long 140 some nautical miles. We want to do what? How many millions of feet? Should we do 19,000 feet? Let's do 19,100 and hit. Now if I push this, that'll be our instant alt. I don't want to sync it. I want to do vertical speed. And we want to go up. And let's do 1,000 feet per minute. Then do I do alt? Nope, that's going to sync us. Dang it. Okay, I don't want to sync us. I want it to be... Let's try this again. I knew that was going to happen. I want it to be 19,000 feet. We're going to overspeed here if I don't get cracking. Vertical speed. Let's do 900 feet per minute. That'll slow us down. Okay, good. We were getting close to overspeed here. Okay, so the blue is what it's at, right? So we're doing vertical speed. Is it going to stop at 19,000? That's the thing, because if I push alt, it does our current alt. If I do alt select, it syncs. So it's kind of the same thing, because that syncs it to where we are now and holds us there. This holds us instantly where we are now. It didn't seem to, well, vertical navigation works. I'm not going to push it. We'll just, if it goes past 19,000, we'll just hit the button. That's what we'll do. Okay, so we're doing that. That should be okay. Let's have a look around briefly before we'll figure out the 1,000. So first of all, let's look out the windows. Oh, man. Obviously, it's way simpler than the NG550 or the what's that thing called? I can't remember. The Eclipse 550. It's way simpler than that, but it's just as fun and it's just as effective. And look at this. Good grief. This is beyond gorgeous. Like if I took this picture, screenshot to my wife, she'd be like, "Oh, I didn't know you were on a plane." She would think this is real. Wow, let's look out from outside. Again, it's gonna do that weird, like, it tips to the left like the Eclipse does. Well, no, it's level now. Look at this. I'm doing screenshots. I could put this on Facebook and be like, look, I had a drone and I took a picture of an Eclipse of a Cirrus. That's amazing. We're missing some of the scenery, but we are using real world weather, which is fine, obviously. Look at that. Of course, we will do a lot more sightseeing once we get situated here. Okay, so let's see. Which one did I have for that? 8, 9, 0, 0, 3, and 0. Not much different. Okay, so let's turn line lights off because we're way up high. Don't know if we ever need that stuff. Okay, so we can set up the different things that we see here. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to figure this stuff out and I'll cut back with you. So I'm going to figure this out and I'll tell you what I did. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm just cutting back. I found a flight clock, flight timer. So as I do this, as I edit this video, I should really be making a checklist of the stuff I'm doing. And then going that. So when you do the start clock thing, there's a clock. All I did, what did I do? Just this one. I just went timer reference and I hit start to enter to start it, enter to stop it, enter to reset it. Not gonna do us any good now because we already in there, but there's your timer and then there's your VREFs. That's why it says timer refs. Okay, awesome. Moving along, see what else I can learn. Okay, so going back here, this was the insert. You can mess with that. Time to ref, we'll use that. You can do the nearest, whatever. Alerts. That's for your transponder. Team ECD, I don't know why it's following this anymore. Why are we drifting from the... Why are we drifting from that? Interesting. Is Autopilot confused? What if we come down here? Do we get this again? Okay, I must have bumped something. So now we'll get back on track. Okay. So anyway, your insert was here. You can do stuff with it. Whoops, wrong one. Or turn it off. Your transponder. Do things with it. Ident your timer. That's helpful for us. That's not helpful for us, but that's how you do it. DME. Not gonna worry about that. OBS. I can't remember what that means. I should really know, but whatever, we'll keep it like that, which means I probably have to come down here and reset that again. Looks like we are gonna stop at 19,000 feet. Okay, so doing the select, you don't have to confirm it or anything. You just do select. If you push the buttons, it's instant. Why they both sync? Whatever. I mean, it would make sense that this is instantly alt. I guess you just have another way of doing it. So there we go. Okay, 19,000 feet it is. So can we do standard barometer? How do can I push it for standard barometer? Nope, we just have to go back to 99 and 2 ourselves. Okay. Alrighty, moving along. So that's how you do that. That's super easy. I don't even need to explain. It's what it says is what it does. I just gotta keep. I was going to see. This is what happened before. It did weird crap when I did my test. So now we're turning to the right. Now it's going to come back. I have to like keep hitting that. Every time I touch something, I got to come back, I guess. Whatever. Let's let it do its thing. And enjoy the view, right? Very nice. We're missing a lot. By the time we get this airplane figured out, we're going to be there. We're only 71 nautical miles away. That's okay. So this, again, just what it says is what it does. Very simple. And you can just use these to do super simple. Okay, let's go over here, and I'm going to figure this out, and I'll tell you what I did. Alright, so there's not a whole lot you can do with this. You can either do a few map features, and that's it. And a few system features, and that's it. So it's way less functioning than I thought. That is all you can do with this. This is simple. If you push it in, you can move the map around, and it centers you. If you push it again, you can zoom in and out. That's it. Super simple, which is what I thought. I guess you would use these things. I don't want to mess with that because it'll basically Autopilot. And then this is just your flight management system. So way easier than I thought. So there's not much to talk about other than we're 10 minutes away. So let's do, we don't have vertical nav on this. Let's see, is there a procedure? We can select approach. Wait, we need weather first. We're not even gonna have a chance to look outside, are we? Because we're gonna be so busy screwing with stuff. All right, here we go. Do we get our weather yet? Where are we going? Not that one. Echo Papa Kilo Kilo. This one? Yes, there's so much stuff over it. Weather, we're not gonna worry about ATIS in this flight. 29 at 4 and 23 at 12. So 25 will be the runway we choose, which will be this one right here, because 270 or 27 will be that way. So we need to circle around and land. Okay, fine. Let's see if there's a procedure we can use. Select approach or arrival. No, let's do approach. We want to do 25 RNAV. 25 vectors. Let's just do the fix. Oh, it's going to show us. Well, that's cool. KK 502. This is going to be a weird. This is going to be weird. This might not work. I might, because I don't have any other waypoints to set this up. Minimum's off. I don't. Oops. What's going on? Load, activate. Let's just activate it. Alrighty. Great. How do I get rid of this? Or is that always going to be there because we have an approach activated? Can I hide this? There. So now I can go back and zoom in. See that? Oh, that's going to be okay. That won't be so bad. Yeah, that won't be bad at all. Okay, good. Great. Now I know what we're doing. I think we've figured out everything there's to do in this plane. There's not much more in this plane. So I'm really enjoying it. Let's give you some sightseeing. What's your ETA? 8 minutes till we got to figure out what we're doing. I'm going to keep an eye on our descent. Now we might be descending a little too quickly. I'm going to keep an eye on our descent, give you some sightseeing. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so I slowed down our speed tremendously and then actually recalculated this based on the speed. So now that I slowed us down a lot, it figures, oh, you can make this turn or something? I don't know. So we see what happens. We're still pretty high. We're still at 13,000 feet. Doesn't feel like we're that high, though. I don't know what the terrain is, to be honest. We don't have anything freaking us out here. Let's turn this off now. So I guess as long as we keep it slow enough, like just above flap speed, that'll buy us so much time to get down. If there's information elevation through here, I don't know where to find it. Does this tell us what we need to be? Oh, is that our elevation, or that's what we're projected to be? Has this been here the whole time? Man, there's a lot of information that I'm missing because it's the first time I've done this without any instructions. I'm just looking at it, trying to figure it out on my own. Alright, so 1,000 feet, we want to be about 1,000 feet. We want to be at 4,000 feet there. We are at 12,000 feet. And there's a turn. We're way too high because we're supposed to be at 4,000 feet. And we're at 12,000 feet. So I might have to do a go around. Or I'll just nose straight down. That is awesome. Okay. So we need to get down in a hurry. We're going to try to make that. Can we zoom in? That's not really what I meant to do, but there we go. How quickly can we get down? Let's bring throttles back even more. Let's hop outside to have a look at how awesome this is, making this really sharp turn. And the airport, if we turn all the way around more, should be out here somewhere, I think. Yeah. That's really cool. What do these people get to see? We'll look at the tall buildings. Oh, and I picked this area to fly in Poland because my neighbor's from this area. We're landing where she's from. So, that's kind of cool. Alright, well, 11,000 feet. We might make it yet. Let's make this like 1,000,000 feet. Let's go as max as we can and still be a little awkwardly comfortable. Not quite uncomfortable, but close. We want to be at 4,000 feet. Because that's what it said. At 501. We want to be at 4,000 feet. Then come down another 1,000 feet. Right now we're at 10,000, coming straight down. And we might actually make this. We might actually make this. I made that say 3,000 feet. Let's make it say 1,000 feet. Now that we know it's 829 something. That means we'll make it 900. There we go. Landing lights should be on now. Barometer 29904, which I didn't actually set up, did I? 29904. It's trying to correct us, which is going to make it. Holy cow. It's going to make it. So at Vaxhob, we want to be at 3,000 feet. So we have a little bit to get to 3,000 feet. We're at 8,000 now. This is fun. Oh, there's a runway right there. Wow, we might actually make this. Huh. That is so awesome. Let's slow down. Get ready for flaps and gear. So what did that say down here? It said 190 and 150. Alright, so let's get ready for flaps and gear. And then we'll be able to land this thing. We might make it. It's a little uncomfortable descent, but we might make it. Look at that city view right there. This is what it's like flying by your city, landing at the airport. Let's see how this goes. 7,000 feet, coming down quickly. Are we gonna make it? I sure think so. Very cool. Have a peek outside. Very brief sightseeing. Looking at the big city. Oh, and Autopilot just decided to kill us. So let's get out of here. Let's turn off Autopilot. And let's take over ourselves. That always happens to me. Autopilot freaks out. Now we're just going to report runway in sight and land visually. It's a great day to fly. Roll Brothers turned on. Alright, here we go. Alright, get the gear down. Coming in steep. First set of flaps down. Whoa. It is really, really floaty. Gorgeous view of the city and the mountains in the background. Let's keep our speed above 150 though, because we're not ready for flaps yet. So pointing down for speed. And a little bit of throttle so we don't actually descend as quickly. Enjoy the scenery. I want to sightsee, but you know what happens if I sightsee? We'll end up off course and everything get all screwed up. So we're just gonna stay focused. That yaw damper should not be. There we go. Yaw damper off. Alright, second set of flaps. It's gonna float like crazy. Point down for speed. Don't want to stall. I don't know what the approach speed is for this thing. I don't know any of the numbers. I just know that now we're just gonna try to figure it out. Let's look outside super fast. These flaps coming down, man. I have like full throttle and we're barely going anywhere. Wow, that's awesome. We gotta descend. We're supposed to be at like 1,000 feet right now. We're at 3,000, so let's just go crazy here so we can avoid a go around. We're only coming down 1,300 feet per minute. That's not that crazy, I guess. It sure looks crazy out the window, but it's not that bad. Bringing back throttle so we don't speed up because I want to keep pointing down. But keep that speed above 100. There we go. Feels like we're going so slowly, but so much is going on right now. I'm just going to kind of aim for those lakes. Until the Pappy tells us we're on the glide path. Oh, how much I want to look around. Look back at that city. Oh, how much I can't. But we'll do this. But anyway, this is really fun. This is a little less serious than the Eclipse, of course. And the Eclipse has way more features, but now that everything's working in this plane, well, most everything is working in this plane, it's really, really fun. And I have some people watching me fly. If you hear any other noises in the background. Alright. Keep coming down. We're still way too high, but I think we can make this. Our descent is only 1,000 feet per minute, so we're not doing anything unrealistic or crazy or anything. We're just taking our time and we're coming in. We probably want to slow down to like 80 or 76 at touchdown if I look at that green stripe. So let's slow down a little bit. Here we go. Let's keep our approach speed about 90 if we can get it down to that. Wow, it feels like we're going so slow, but we're not. And it feels like we're going straight down, but we're only going down 1,000 feet per minute. Here we go. Long runway. We don't need to panic. We're not going to worry about the touchdown zone. We don't really seem to have a crosswind, even though it's like really windy. I don't notice a crosswind at all. Here we go. Aim for that threshold now. Finally got one on the Pappy. Good grief. Alright. Keep an eye on that speed because it'll bleed off extremely quickly. We want to keep it up a little bit. We're just going to let it float once we get down there. I don't care about landing in a certain spot. I just want to land. We're a little slow. Here we go. Throttle's off. We're going to land right at stall. Just let it float down on its own. We're higher than I thought, so we're going to come down hard. Yep. There we go. Tease that stall horn. Landed about 200 feet per minute. Nose wheel down gently. And just roll it out. Flaps coming in. I love teasing the stall horn. We didn't have to go that slowly, but it was kind of fun to tease it. So, wasn't a greaser, but that's okay. Greasers aren't always the safest landings. They're the most comfortable, but they're not always the safest. So that was a pretty decent landing, considering I've never landed this thing before. That was really fun. So let's get off the main way here and stop and clean up a few things. Then we'll taxi after we find a parking spot. So let's stop right here. Set the parking brake, and let's see, line lights come off. We can turn nav lights off now. We can turn all these things off. And let's figure out where are we going to park this plane. Whoops, got everything backwards. Let's see. Looks like we can go, well, where are we going? Not that way. Look at that raised highway. Are we going to go over to the right? Yeah, let's go over to the right, park there. Alright, parking brake is off. Let's go at it here. Just out of the way of that big plane on the left. Is that MD-80 or something? Alrighty, onto taxiway Bravo 3. A little hasty, but that's okay. Military base. We're going to park at the military base. Because I don't know what else. Oh, cops are waiting for us off in the distance. Alright, let's just park right here. Because we don't know where we are. And we'll have somebody pick us up. There we go. Let's just stop right here. They'll dolly us where they want us. So let's hop inside. Set the parking brake. Let's see. If I had a checklist, what would I do? I would turn off the strobe. And then I would turn off the engine. Pull back the fuel. Turn off all this stuff. And then I would open the door. Just like that. Then we would hop outside. And the cops will come get us. They're over there. They're waiting for us. So I hope you enjoyed the flight. That was really, really, really fun. I'd never flown that thing before since I had this major update. I'm going to fly it again soon. That was really fun. It's a lot less serious than the Eclipse, but it's the same type of airplane. So really enjoyed it. The computers were not difficult to figure out. My landing could have been a tiny bit better, but it was still definitely acceptable. Especially given I'd never flown this before. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Stay tuned for more flights, more racing, and more Minecraft. And I'll catch you next time.